I'm a technology buff. I've got everything from handhelds to rangefinders to watches and everything in between. But what we're looking at here today, the Bushnell Wingman HD, might be the most exciting piece of technology that I've had the pleasure of looking at on Let's Play Through here in 2025. At least I'm super excited for it. On today's video, we're gonna dive into all the features as we play 3 holes of golf with a goal of going even par. We'll see if the Bushnell Wingman HD can help us get there. So earlier this week, I actually unboxed this thing. First off, Bushnell always does a great job with the packaging, and inside of the box, we've got a quick start guide. We've got a USB to USB-C cable, which is really nice to see. We've also got a carabiner and a lanyard in case you want to clip this to a bag or do something else with it. I'm gonna be using the magnet here today, and you can see it's got a big one here on the unit. The unit has both tactile buttons as well as this beautiful touch screen, and it is solid in hand. Definitely significantly bigger than the original Bushnell Wingman. And here they are in my hand. As you can see, it's, I'd say, I don't know, 15% bigger or so. But again, the thing that really grabbed my attention when it came to this was the price point. At $199, it's only $50 more than the original, and with that big, bright, beautiful display, I think this could really be a winner. Now, the other thing I noticed before I came out on courses, I actually used this in my house as a speaker. This thing is incredibly loud, and it's due to the fact that this actually has 2 onboard speakers that are pumping the bass really well. So it's actually not only bigger, but much louder and certainly more capable. Let's find out how capable it is. We'll take you to the first tee and get to work. All right, so we're here at hole 1, and we're gonna get this thing going. So I've actually got my phone here, and of course I got the Wingman HD next to it. We're gonna, on the phone, decide where we're playing. So I'm at Carrollwood, we've got 3 courses, but we're playing the Cypress side here today. And then you get some round setup options. So we can name this round something, I'll just keep it generic. It's just gonna default to the number of rounds I've played. This is my 10th round. You can see I'm playing stroke play, but we could actually change this for Stableford, modified Stableford. I don't see any scramble options, that would be nice, but you've got a few options there. We can go basic or advanced scoring. We'll find out what advanced is like here today. We're gonna use the GPS, of course. We're gonna choose our tee box, which I'm playing with a set of the men's tees, and I'll be playing whites here today. And it's got our handicap down there, which my handicap now is actually a little bit higher. My actual handicap at this very moment is 3.2, and we're gonna hit start round. You can see it fetches the weather data, and then it's gonna download the course. So it's gonna give us a nice map, not only on the app, but actually on the device itself, and it's so clear. Wait till you see this. Now, if this is the first time you've used it, it's gonna take a second, but now that we're loaded here, you can see it's starting to now load over on the Bushnell. It's gonna push all that data over here, and there you can see it's exact. 350 to the center from where we're sitting here in this cart on the phone, as well as the app. You've got front, center, and back distances. You've also got hazards here, and hazards are gonna come into play quite a bit, as you can see here on the phone. I'm gonna put this phone away now because we can do everything else here on the Bushnell, but if I swipe to the left, you got distances to all of the major features of this hole. So we've got a bunker that's up there, and we're gonna have to hit that 215 number to carry that bunker. If we wanna lay up into a good area, like an ideal layup, we can go anywhere from like 205 to 230, as you can see. And then there's a lot of water on this hole, but the water up on the right, which is actually near the green, is 271. So guess what? I probably can't hit it that far for my first swing of the day anyways. We got more features to show you, but let's hit a shot and get to work. Now, I happen to be testing a set of irons today, and I didn't even put the woods in my bag, so we're gonna be playing irons only, and I'm actually gonna move up the tee box here to the senior tees. Here we go. Good start. Should catch the right side of the fairway. So this is actually my 10th hole. I played a full 9 holes before you're seeing this particular video. And if you've got any concerns about the strength of this magnet, I can put that to rest for you right now, because I've been going up and down. I've hit some bumps in the rough over this course. This thing is not going anywhere. I think of all the magnet technology, Bushnell was actually the first one to put it on a rangefinder, and their magnet technology has always been top of class. So this is a really well-priced device, but it's still a good bit of coin, and you can be darn sure that it's not going anywhere, and you're not going to ruin that really nice screen. Let's take another look at this screen. So as you can see, we've got 144. If I swipe left here, we can actually see that that pin is in the center. Now, what would be nice, I will say, is I would love to be able to just touch this and move the flag stick. You can't do that, but you can do that on your phone if you did want to use the app here. I could move the flag here on the phone, but it does actually seem to be pretty much a center pin, so we're gonna go with that. So it's good that you can make some adjustments. Again, I would love to have done that on the screen itself. If there's one little change to this, that would probably be it. So 144 is the number, and if you did want an audible confirmation of that, we could hit that button there.
Hole 1, par 4, 144 yards to the pin, front 130, back 163, to right water 55 yards.
You've got it audibly as well. So I'm kind of in between an 8 and 9 iron here. There's a little wind in my face. I think I'm gonna go smooth 8. Just a little left of that pin. And I'm definitely glad I hit the 8 because I actually didn't even carry all the way to the hole. We've got a birdie putt and we've got more to show you. So of course I'm using this as a GPS, but this is a speaker and probably the reason you're gonna buy this device. And I was so impressed with the level of audio that comes out of this. Check this out. Right now I'm only at about half the potential volume of this one. And probably the neighbors behind me are wondering what's up. There's full blast. I think they could hear me back at the tee box. It's that loud. So incredibly powerful. And you're probably wondering, what if I still wanted to hear the audio and call out the GPS distances? Well, if you hit the button, what it's going to do is pause.
Hole 1, par 4, 31 yards to the pin, front 20.
Kind of lower that music and give you the distances as well. So very cool feature, and you can see just how much this thing's pumping. All right, so challenging. That was actually a back pin. I'm going uphill, pretty steep, and severely left to right. Getting the weight of this putt is really the most important thing. I wish the Bushnell Wingman HD red putts for you. It unfortunately doesn't do that. That was pretty good. If it stops, it doesn't want to stop. Wow. That's insane. I thought I was going to have a little tap in. That's as good of a putt as I thought I could hit there. And now I've got a 6-footer coming back, maybe 7 to save par. Nasty pin position. How dare the greenskeeper do that to me? Oh, I got to hit it. I got to hit it. All right, let's go to hole 2. We're gonna need the wingman to really come through so we can get that stroke back. Now, if you're looking for golf technology, whether it's this Bushnell Wingman HD, a GPS watch, a rangefinder, a launch monitor, whatever it is, highly recommend you go over to playbetter.com to do that because they are the home of the best prices on the internet, free 48-hour shipping across the continental United States. They are a family-owned business that cares deeply, deeply for the Let's Play Through audience. And in fact, they give us a special discount that nobody else gets on the internet. So with our discount code LPT, you can save up to 10% on all of the technology you love from almost every brand on the site. They are fantastic. I will leave some links down below to them and of course to this Bushnell Wingman HD if you're looking to purchase one for yourself. All right, I'm actually gonna move this speaker closer to you guys. We'll put it on your side. It's nice you can just place it anywhere you want, but you'll see that we're on the first hole, but as we're driving here, it's actually gonna go to hole 2 for us automatically. And there we go, there's the switch. As you can see, we're heading to a par 5. All right, again, going 4-iron here. Now, this unit will also measure your shots for you. So if you want to see exactly how far you hit your clubs, you've got that. Let me show you. So after I've hit my shot here, you can see the counter moving up. And as we come to a rest here next to my ball, you can see I hit that 4-iron 205. We just caught the rough here. Now, if I wanna go ahead and measure the next shot, I'm just simply going to hit this button. It's going to reset for us. So I'm gonna bounce back here to our main screen. You can see I'm 243 out. I've got some water up there on the right. Let's find out how far that is. It's 189 to the water. All right, so I don't wanna bring that into play. And I don't need to be a hero because I don't have a club in my bag that can go 243. So into the wind here, I think 6-iron will get us into a good spot. It's about a 185 club for me. And I'm gonna favor the left side because of that water there on the right. Just like that. So you just make better decisions, I think, when you've got more information. And anytime I do one of these videos on technology and show all of the possible features, people are like, well, it's gonna slow down my round, it's gonna make for a 6-hour round, yada, yada. I am taking the time to show you, but in practice, once you get the hang of a device like this, it's second nature and it goes very quickly. You make better decisions and less mistakes. The round also goes even quicker because you're taking less shots. Another thing I like about this device is it can be as complicated or as simple as you want it to be. So if you just simply want distances to different areas of the course, they've got them with one look or one swipe of the screen. So a very quick round here, and hopefully a very good round of golf. I gotta hit a good shot here though to get that stroke back. Let's see what we've got. 90 to the flag. Now that's showing the center flag. We're more of kind of between the front and center, so I'm gonna hit an 85-yard shot here. That club for me into this wind, I think is gonna be a 56. I would hit the 58, but I think there's a lot of wind up there as we saw in the last hole. Let's see if I got the weight of that shot correct. Looks like I did. So as you can see, it can also be as accurate and specific or as vague as you want it to be either. There's a lot of flexibility baked into this system. You can be more accurate if I were to go ahead again and take the time to set the flag on the app, or I could kind of eyeball it like I did right there, and I've got just enough information to make pretty good decisions. I've got a good crack at bird here. Call it 15 feet. All right, we've got a few more things to show you. One more hole to play here, a par 3, and one more chance to get that stroke back. Now, after you finish a hole, you can also enter the score here directly on your device. It's going to pop up with a screen that's going to ask for, did you hit the center of the fairway? Did you miss left or right? And did you hit the green or did you miss the green? So it will keep track of all of those stats for you in the back of the app, and of course the score itself. All right, so a couple of things that you're probably gonna be asking is, how waterproof is this? Obviously in golf, we can face all sorts of different conditions. IP67 is the rating, which means it's dustproof and waterproof. So not water resistant, but waterproof, meaning this can be pretty much submerged in a rainstorm and it's gonna be completely fine. Now, in terms of battery life, 8 hours is what Bushnell rates this for. So you should be able to get 2 full rounds on a full charge. The old Wingman, by the way, was 10 hours, so there's gonna be a little less battery life, but for as big and bright of a screen as we have, 8 hours is great. And it charges very fast with the USB-C included charger. All right, so a really interesting problem that we face here on this hole that you'll probably encounter at some point during the round is, right now, our cart is actually in front of this tee box and there's no way to get closer to this tee box. So I've got 127 as the distance on the Wingman. Now it would be really awkward to have to take this off and literally walk up there to find my exact distance. The nice thing about having the GPS paired to the phone is it's actually going to go off of my phone. So as long as I have my phone with me in my pocket, you'll see as I walk away, that distance is actually going to count up. And now I've reached the tee box here, and you can see I've got 137 to this hole. All right, so now I'm gonna come back to my cart, and let's talk about maybe the coolest feature of this is not only will it tell us the distance, but it'll also tell us what club we need to hit for every given distance. So what I'm gonna do here is click on the center distance of this device, and you can see every club in my bag. And what it recommends here is actually a pitching wedge, because my pitching wedge carry distance is 129. You can see my 9-iron distance is 145, and it will show you every single club in your bag, what that carry number is. Now, how does it do that? Is it magic? No, it actually pairs up to the My Bag feature built into any Foresight or Bushnell launch monitor. So something like the Bushnell Launch Pro or the GC Quad, I have both of those. You can do a bag mapping session and it will literally carry that data from their launch monitors into the speakers, as well as connected rangefinders like their X3 Plus Link. So they're really building an entire product sphere here within Bushnell so that everything is connected. I think that is so cool. So pitching wedge is the club. Let's see if we can hit a good one. Oh, it's on a good line. That's on a good line. Oh, yeah. I think we might have a very good chance of getting that stroke back. Now, there's a few more controls here. If we swipe down, we can change the screen brightness. As you can see, it can go way down. You'll get more battery life that way, of course. You've got a more digital way to control volume, both for the music as well as the speaker, right? So if I turn that down a little bit, you'll see this is not quite as loud.
Hole 3, par 3, center 40 yards, front 23, back 51.
So again, I really think Bushnell has thought about, you know, you're going to be playing with other people that may or may not like music themselves. Now, the other thing is there's actually two different views for this screen. I've got the nice map with the distances displayed there, but if you don't want to see the map for some reason, and I wouldn't recommend it, but what we can do here is actually change the mode. So FCB number 1 is going to be the screen. If we go to FCB number 2, you can see now we just got front, center, back distances with really big numbers displayed on the screen. So if you do have poor eyesight, you need those numbers a little bit bigger, there is a way to get that as well. Now, another really cool thing about this new Wingman HD is the fact that you can link up to 100 speakers to this device. This thing's loud enough on its own, as I mentioned, but if you want to build like a surround experience in your home, you could buy multiple of these and literally set them up. That is so cool to me. I actually just place mine right up on my refrigerator and it lights up the whole room. But it's nice the fact that if I had a party and I wanted some music on the outside, I could actually get another one of these and put it out there too. Super cool. That's stopped and stuck on a dime as well. It's a slippery 4 feet though, downhill. Yes, yes! We did it. Bam! We did it. All right, so mission accomplished. We finished even par. Let's wrap things up here with the pros and cons of the Bushnell Wingman HD, and we'll do it in a little bit of a quieter spot of the course. All right, let's talk pros and cons of this device now. The pros, there are so many. Again, price point as we talked about. I can't believe they can offer this, honestly, for $199. It seems like it should be $299, maybe even $399. I wouldn't bat an eye, but thank you, Bushnell, for pricing this one right. The screen is a game changer. For a club like mine that doesn't have an onboard screen system, now I've got it, and it's really capable. I love that it gives you audio distances if you want it. I love that it's still tactile in terms of the buttons, but you've also got the touchscreen there as well. The fact that you can take your bag that's mapped and also plug that into this, again, just makes it very capable on course. Of course, the sound quality, the reason people buy a speaker, is exceptional as well. It does so much. There's probably more, but that's the main things for me. Now, there are some cons to this. I'd say the 3 biggest cons for me is number 1, I would love to be able to move that flag stick around on the screen. And I've got to imagine it would only take a software update in order to pull that off. The second one for me would be the fact that I would love to just start around on the speaker without my phone. I would love the option to be able to really just use this as a standalone product, because when you have your phone on you, sometimes you're getting emails and texts and other distractions. I'd love to keep the phone away from me and just use it as a speaker. The third thing to me is endemic to all GPS devices. You really can't get around it, but there's just a slight lag to get distances. So when you pull up to the ball or pull up to the tee box, I would just give it a few seconds to let it fully update and get that GPS distance for you, and then you'll be sure that you've got accurate results. But those are really the 3 cons for me. This thing does so much so well, again, at a price that is just head-scratchingly low. I absolutely love the Bushnell Wingman. I think it's the most impressive piece of GPS technology I've tried this year, and I've tried a lot. So again, I've got links down below to playbetter.com. Use our discount code LPT to save a few bucks and make it even better. And make sure to come back to Let's Play Through for more product reviews as well as golf club reviews here on the channel. I'll catch you back here next time.